Namaste. I am Dr. Sanjay Kulkarni from Pune, India. On behalf of Shruti Ayurved, I welcome you all again. In my last video, I had discussed about immunity, and I think I wanted to take the same subject, maybe a little bit more extended, in the different form. You know, in last video, I had discussed how we can really do the thing as a common man to improve our immunity. In this video, I'm talking a little bit more different topic with the immunity. Of course, it is related to the immunity. There is very good phrase in Upanishads. It has been said, Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam, means the whole world is my family. What a beautiful thought. The whole world is my family. Now, when I am saying the whole world is my family, I am also mean that I need to take care of their health and immunity as well. Now, you may ask how we can relate our immunity or our health to the other people in the world. With this pandemic situation, now you must have experienced that how the infection is spreading. So, if your health is good, your immunity is good, but still the people whom you are going to meet, or the people who you meet, your friend, your family, or whomever, if they got infected, naturally it is going to have an influence on your physiology. I mean, it may not that you would get the infection because of your good immunity, but still the chances are there. So, it is very important that we have to think the health and the immunity of the other person too, and that's how this phrase of Upanishads I wanted to relate is Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam. Simple things that a person can improve the immunity. Very simple thing. In Indian tradition, it's almost practiced everywhere that when we come out or when we go into the house, especially when we go into the house, we take out our shoes. We don't take it in. It's a very simple and logical thing which has been explained in Ayurveda very well. In fact, there is one specific chapter is there in Charak Samhita that how we have to behave. Now, if we actually think about the current situation and what the simple and minute advice has been given or has been written there in all Samhitas in Ayurveda, that how you should behave. For example, as I said, when you come into the house, you just remove your shoes outside which you wore when you went outside, so that no infection or nothing would come in your house. Next thing, as soon as you come into your house, it has been advised that you should wash your hand thoroughly, you should wash your feet, then you gargle, maybe rinse your mouth with a simple water. In fact, it has been said, anything you take into your mouth, any single bite, maybe a biscuit, maybe a chocolate, which is not advised anyway, but still, if you are very habitual, then you have to rinse your mouth. This is how we have to take care of our own things. So, in this video, in very short and very brief, I wanted to give you some health mantras. Yeah, really health mantras. We need to focus it on. Few mantras I will describe in this video and few in the next video. Now, the first one is positivity. Always you have to be very positive. Do not entertain any negative thought. And now you have been experiencing or you have been seeing everywhere in the newspaper, on the television, everywhere. It's all the news of how many people are got infected, how many mortalities are there. So it is unknowingly feeding you the negativity. So in this, especially in this period, I would suggest you don't even read any newspaper, don't look at any news channel, because any sort of negativity, any bad thought or any negativity would affect on your mind, and that would affect on your immunity directly, which I had talked in the last video too, because it affects on the digestion and then ultimately it reduces your immunity. So always be positive. Whatever you are thinking, you should be uplifting, and that upliftment is very important to bring up the sattva in the physiology. Don't allow the tamasic, which is inertia, it should not enter into your physiology, because when we are thinking about the physiology, we have to think our physical body as well as we have to think about psychological way of thinking. At the same time, we have to think our social behavior, and that's why always be positive. Do not even see the movies or the TV serials which are showing negativity, sorrow, violence, because all these things is going to burden on your immunity. And that's why just be sure you are always in a positive mode. Think about happiness, think about bliss, read which is very blissful spiritual literature. In fact, sometimes if I would like to watch a television, which I would not, but still if I would like, then you know what I would choose? I would choose something which is comedy, maybe Tom and Jerry, because that gives you a joy which you can forget all the tamas or the inertia or the negativity. So don't forget this first mantra of positivity. I am going to talk on this point again and again because this is so deep. Now, second thing which is also related to the mind, and this is most important, is always release unwanted thoughts or emotions. It's one of the most important thing. Ayurveda says you have to take care of each and every thought which is coming in your physiology and which is digesting. Beautiful thing explained in Ayurveda is digestion of thoughts. You know, lot of thoughts are coming in your mind, and every thought goes into the heart and then it digests it. See, it is so minutely and beautifully described that digestion of thought is equally or even more important than your physical digestion itself of your food. Ayurveda has been stating this for thousands and thousands of years, that if you have a lot of thoughts and which goes into the heart and then heart digests it, but if that heart is not digesting the thoughts, then it creates the burden. It creates a very heavy burden which is like a big stress or like a bomb, and the same will affect on your heart, which may give rise to the heart problem or even heart attack. You might have heard that many people suddenly, if they are getting any shocking news or even a very happy news, sometimes people may get heart attack because heart cannot digest it. Remember this thing, digestion of thought is must and very important. So now you have to understand whatever the thought is being created in our physiology is very important. See, your physical constitution is not in your hand because it is inherited by you from your parents. So it's not in your hand. So what is in your hand is how you can nurture your mind with the positivity, with the kindness, with compassion. If you have this ability since your childhood, so as a parent, you have to be having that responsibility to give the good nurturing thoughts to your child, so that your child, since his or her childhood, would be very positive, so which is boosting the immunity. See what the minute things Ayurveda has explained, simple minute things, but that is going to affect on our physiology. Now when I am talking about these unwanted thoughts, there is one important thing I wanted to let you know. Ayurveda has said tear, it's a very small thing. If the tear comes and if you take it on your finger, you will feel there is no weightage for that tear. But the same tear, if it will stay inside, then the tear which has no weight will stay like a heavy rock on your heart. See what is the transformation. When you let it out, it has no weight. But when you let it in, when you suppress it, then it sits like a heavy rock on your heart. And that can give a problem, even it can be fatal. Can you realize that anytime? That a simple tear can destroy your life. So think about it. And that's why we always say, when you are watching any television, which you should not, I would definitely say, especially in this situation, that you always have to watch everything which is uplifting, spiritual, comedy, so that your mind is always fresh. If your mind is not fresh, then that is going to affect on the third mantra, which I am going to tell you, and which will ruin your health if you are not following it. So it's beautiful. It's so beautiful. I'm going to go a little bit more deep in my next video, but just think about it. Simple thing, but that can affect on your life, or that can take your health away, or that can suppress your immunity like anything. And that's why we say, give the positive thoughts, take the positive thoughts. And I think I will pause now, and then see you in next video. Till then, stay happy, stay healthy. Thank you for your learning and patience.